Government DNA tests are tearing families apart. Refugees applying to be reunited with loved ones in Britain often depend on the science behind DNA testing.
Even between a parent and child, there can be something called a mutation. There is nothing in common between the parent and the child.
But what happens when the test throws up an unexpected result?
My son is the same face, the same color, all same 100%.
Somali refugee Abla dreamt of a better life. When she met her husband Abdi in a refugee camp in Kenya, she never thought that her chance to escape would lead her to losing everything.
marka isarkayna Abdi matan raashina u falsanan bas lambarkaygu waa qaatay sidii ma ku xariirinay
walaalay waxaan dhahay arintaas ha jirta inaan magaranaysaa isguursano oo magaranaysaa si wanaagsan inaan ku dhaqdaan raba maxaa ka qabtaa
waan wada guursanay meel dhifeed la dhaaway uu geestay markaan u joogno markaan wada kulannay ka bacd uur baan u yeeshay.
Abdi had a visa approved to come to the UK, but it didn't include his wife and son. Shortly after arriving in Manchester in the north of England in 2013, he applied for family reunification. Their first application was rejected despite submitting documentation. The UK government said more evidence was required. Abla and Abdi felt they had no choice but to bolster their application with a DNA test. But the test showed an unexpected result, that Abdi was not Muhammad's father. Instead of bringing the couple together, the test caused a family breakup and left Abla fearing for her life. Shamed and rejected, Abla felt she had to leave the community. She now lives a nomadic life and relies on her father's protection. Up until 2014, the government said cases involving unexpected results would be treated with great sensitivity, and it will normally be appropriate to admit the child to the UK. This guidance disappeared in 2014, at the same time that the Home Office removed funding for DNA testing. Following that decision, the number of refugee family reunification visas granted to Somali applicants like Abla and Abdi plummeted. For some, DNA helps relatives to reunite. When we met Danish, a Hazara refugee from Afghanistan, he was living in Leicester in the UK. Despite providing paperwork, the Home Office was demanding more evidence. For Danish, that meant DNA, and the sooner the better. His family, who had escaped to Pakistan, were in danger.
Our ethnic is totally targeted since 2004-05. There was a bomb blast which people were killed, about 28 people of our ethnic. My wife's and my family's lives in danger.
Since filming, Danish's family have been granted visas to join him in the UK as a result of supplying DNA evidence, but are still fearful for their safety as they await their exit visas in Pakistan. The Home Office says DNA evidence must be voluntary and that a relationship can be proven with documentary evidence. It says they have specific guidance on the need for sensitivity and discretion, and when there is a discrepancy in the result, officials will take into account any explanations provided by applicants. DNA testing can be a useful tool to prove a relationship, but sometimes the science is not so straightforward. Suleiman, a Somali man who used to live in Uganda, applied for reunification to join his wife in England. The DNA result showed he was not the father of her child.
وان حقها شوق بقى قال مرنا أنا حناقايا مرنا أنا استدجناي عنقنا أنا ويجا my son is how same face same color way all same way 100% بس as كصبر as دينهان وصبر إذا الله الله.
His wife Aziza was adamant that there had been a mistake. She took a second test. Over the last 10 years, DNA testing has been widely used in cases like Danishes and Eblas. The forensic genetics team at King's College London say the tests can bring families together, but it can also pull them apart.
Sometimes there are genetic problems that may be revealed. Even between a parent and child, there can be something called a mutation. On a single marker, or perhaps even two markers, there is nothing in common between the parent and the child.
The retest found that there was a mutation, but without a doubt, Suleiman was the father. Suleiman's application to join his wife and son was eventually approved, but the trauma of the process has left its mark.
إلا حد أنا حنوك هايو إلا حد حنوك إجستين وقت يقدم يعني عنقي لو السنة وقت يقصد من عنقته إلا حد فكت أيجال لو السنة وضف.
For Abdi, DNA testing has taken away the boy he thought was his son.
ورد الآن مقرنا ساي أرض الرفاد يمرق عيدش قف كمركو مقرنا ساي وحي سواء والبو وهستو قف مركز دقن مقرنا ساي وحي سواء والبو هستو إلا قف واحد كم غيجين هذه هو دريم كتا Dhibaatada يبقى سوغاري.
For Ebla, in a society where accusations of adultery can lead to punishment and even death, she says DNA testing has destroyed her future.
وكان كينيا lagu reebay cunugaadi ma dhalin baa liire ninka xiriirka naga goosay bas ana maxaan ilaahay israaqada oo ma joogay waxba dhib iyo shooga isku ridin.